What's going on, my Fly Happy family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. We have a lot to talk about today because of the weekend, the busy weekend that happened. We're going to get all the way into it, but before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy if you like the content, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 17K, so if you can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it. All right, starting off, man, I want to talk about what Monica Mcnutt had to say on Carmelo Anthony's podcast. It's kind of interesting, man, how they're doing this. I want y'all to hear this, though.
Women's basketball, to me, is in great shape. What's your biggest prediction of women's basketball in 2025?
I got one name, Juju Watkins.
Say no more.
Yes.
Right?
Say no more.
Of course, I could give you a prediction about how it continues to grow. But I do think what we saw in the last 2 years is you need names to pin it to that have had crossover appeal. Juju's that girl. USC is in the new Big Ten. She's literally going to be playing ball all around the country. And we can maybe have this conversation in April, but let's see what that looks like in terms of being able to stir up the frenzy that we had that frankly carried Caitlyn into this season. Caitlyn had a fantastic year, rookie of the year, exceeded expectations. I think Juju has the potential to do the same thing when she gets to the pros, but if we could get that energy going from the college basketball ranks into the W season, I think it's only up.
I feel like anybody who's watched Juju Watkins hoop, like,
Man, she's so cold.
She's Maya Moore. Like,
Very Maya Moore-esque.
super, bro.
her mid-game package
It's
is
just
elite.
easy.
Crazy.
Her footwork is elite.
I seen a lot of memes online, and they said Caitlyn and Angel Reese were Magic and Bird, and then Juju's gonna be Jordan. That comes in.
Yeah, because she
interesting.
got
I
a
like that.
different type of game.
Yeah.
She has a killer game. Like, it is no, you in front of me, I'm trying to eat. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
get out my way. Caitlyn had a different type of killer. You know what I mean? She'll pick you apart. She'll shoot your lights off from half court. Like, she can pass. Juju is one-on-one.
It's nothing she
get
can't do.
downhill, get to her
Yes.
package, get a
Golly.
bucket.
You getting cooked.
She's a bucket getter.
Cold.
Right.
It's funny because we told that line, particularly in the conversations around black women, about, nah, don't be humble. Incredibly humble, but as soon as the lights are on, as soon as you step on the court, bump all that. Like, she killer, to your point.
She remind me a lot of you. Like,
Yeah,
a lot of the mid-range game, the smoothness, the ease in which she got buckets.
She does have that.
Yeah, Maya Moore is a thing, but just like move set wise, I'm like, that's Carmelo Anthony right there. That's
My
as far as I
God,
put
that's
it.
It's funny he said that because when I saw this, I was like, what are they talking about Juju? Juju kind of play like Carmelo. So it was funny he said that. But getting back to what Monica was saying, man, I'm like, it just sounds like she's trying to manufacture something into being a Caitlyn Clark. You know what I'm saying? You got Paige coming next. That's the next big talk. But she skipped right over Paige, and she was like, look, Juju is the next big thing. Dang, you just go skip over. Look, man, I don't know why people are trying to add this pressure on Juju. Like, Juju is a phenomenal player, yes. It's things that Juju has to work on. It's things that, you know, Juju have to grow into and be a better player with. Like, a lot of people were saying Juju is better than Paige, but what I can say is Paige is a more efficient shooter, efficient scorer than Juju. Shooting 17% from three this year, right? 41 from the field. 31 is not that bad, but you at least want it to be in like 35 versus Paige. Paige shooting 60, 53, 54. Like, and then her number, look at her 3-point percentages. Like, she's a more efficient scorer. Look, Juju is a great player, but I think they need to relax. It's Monica, really. She need to relax putting that pressure on her. Like, Caitlyn Clark reign hasn't ended yet. I don't know why she might think Caitlyn Clark isn't going to be the big thing next year. She's still going to be the one. So it's one more thing I want to talk about with Monica Mcnutt, man, because she looking like a hypocrite right here. Now, on First Take, we remember that big moment they had. And basically, she was telling Shannon Sharp and Stephen A. Smith that you got to give light to the previous players, the historic players, or whatever the case may be. You got to talk about the players before Caitlyn Clark. You just started talking about women's basketball and stuff like that because of Caitlyn Clark. And I'm not going to allow that, basically. That's what she was really on. On this clip, she doubled back on that, right? I want y'all to hear this.
As I have said about this, it was a little bit of a challenge, right, to gentlemen that I admire in terms of what they've built. Because if you haven't been here, I need 3 years. I need you to kind of have jumped in when Sedona Prince went viral for calling out the NCAA. I need you kind of to be here as this league has seen its best viewership year to year. Now, yes, it has absolutely been taken over the top this year, but this has been a snowballing effect to get to this moment. And so while Caitlyn is fantastic and I think she's going to have an incredible career in the WNBA, there are women that were worthy of coverage prior to her arriving, and I just will not be silenced when it comes to that.
Right.
Now, see, this is a mindset that most of them have for some reason. It's like, yeah, we can talk about Caitlyn Clark, but y'all gonna talk about the other players that was back in the day. Like, why? What's up with that? She's saying you got to have all these credentials when you're criticizing the league, but you don't need those credentials when you're showing love. Like, it just don't make sense, man. Where was all this when y'all were talking about Juju in that clip? To say Juju is about to take over the women's basketball, that's tough, man. That's a huge feat. That's a tall glass of water you telling Juju to drink right there, man. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about college basketball, man. Speaking of Juju, USC lost to Notre Dame, right? Now, when I was watching this game, man, Hidalgo, that girl is a beast, man. That was the main person who was catching my eyes in this game was Hidalgo. How she was hustling and getting around the court and scoring and just look aggressive. She looked like the dominant player. Olivia Miles, of course, is the star of this team, but, man, Hidalgo took that from her that last game. She answered the challenge. She wanted Juju. Juju still got her 24 points and stuff like that, right? But she shot awful from the 3, 0 for 5, and I think that's why her percentage looks so crazy right now. But she shot 10 for 25 from the floor. And as a team, man, they shot 7% from the 3. Awful. South Carolina, man, the streak is over. UCLA, man, they came through and they shut them down, man. Now, the thing with South Carolina, what I was seeing was it seemed like when they get stagnant and they need to get over the hump, they need that miracle bucket. It's like, okay, drop everything, let Pow shoot. Yeah, it's either let Pow score, and if Pow not scoring, let Johnson shoot a 3. That's what it seemed like. That's what their game plan looked like, man. And South Carolina don't look as good as they usually do. And they've been having these slow starts. They can't get out fast. Talking about UCLA, they were just shutting it down. I think, South Carolina likes to get in the paint. That's where they like to score. But UCLA was like, look, y'all not about to get in this inside, man. So they were shutting them down, keeping them stagnant. Made South Carolina look like they just didn't know what they were doing out there for a while. And they made that stretch, man. Now, Betts, looking like Betts, 4 blocks, 11 points. 14 rebounds, man. The main person who I saw was killing on this team, though, was Jones, man. 5 for 5 from the 3. She was hitting. Coming off the bench, hitting, fam. I'm like, my goodness. Every time I look up, she making another 3. Now, it's crazy because she 5'4". She like a 2K guard, man, making all them threes like that. They shot 47 from the 3. My goodness, 47 from the floor. They just came in and handled business. In other news, man, Haley is over there handling it with them frogs, man. She's looking good with TCU. Got a 6-0 start. That's their third 6-0 start in program history. She's been doing good. I think she dropped 27 points in her last game. Yeah, 27 points. Man, she's going crazy, man. So shout out to Haley for actually changing it up. Should have stayed at Louisville. She was shining there and doing her thing there. And then also Juju signed an NIL deal with State Farm. She's the second NCAA NIL signing since Caitlyn Clark. So, yeah, man, shout out to Juju. Like I said, I think Juju will have a great career. It's just they don't need to be comparing her to Caitlyn Clark. What's funny is Carmelo Anthony was saying like how Caitlyn Clark basically can do it all in an undertone. And then he started talking about Juju, and then Monica turned around and say, yeah, she could do it all. I mean, what makes you think Caitlyn Clark is not going to be the talk of the talk next year? I don't know, man. It's crazy. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole Juju and Caitlyn Clark comparison. Do y'all think it's a fair comparison? Is it fair to Juju to be comparing her to Caitlyn Clark right now? What do y'all think, man? Let me know in the comment section. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.